Test, test. Ahem, ahem. Ooh, I'm ashy. Hold on, y'all. That is more like it. How are we doing on this beautiful whatever day that you're watching this? Welcome back. How you doing? I missed you. You look great. Thank you. Yeah, I just did my hair. I know it's very big. Yeah, so I don't really have much planned for this video. I'm just gonna kind of go with the flow. I really want to go to the Met again. As you get to know me, you're gonna understand that I'm kind of addicted to going to museums and seeing really good art. A part of that is just sort of manifesting myself in those places, but also I'm just a really big fan of beautiful things, and I want to learn how to do that myself, which you should do too. Go to museums if in your city, if you have the opportunity or the time, especially if they're free. One of the greatest resources a city can have is a free museum, up there with a library, which, you know, I don't want to talk about New York's library system. Their situation's kind of bad. Oh yeah, I'm going to the museum. I might go see a movie. I might not, I don't know. And then I want to get some flowers, because I was thinking about the painting I did a little bit ago, and I really want to do another one. Yeah, I really want to do another painting of flowers. So I'm going to get some that are really beautiful, and I'm also going to stop by Blick and get a board that I can paint on, because the one I had last video just was no good for what I need. We might even sit down and prepare it. Who knows? I could do anything. I'm crazy. Yeah, just trying to think. Yeah, I don't really know what else I kind of got going on today. I guess we'll find out together. Which, when you think about it, is really beautiful. It's like we're hanging out. We are hanging out. If you make art, make stuff, get out a pen and pencil or clay or whatever you use to make stuff. And while I'm in the museum, make something. Yeah, so this is the museum trip, and I'll see you in a little bit. The museum was riveting. I don't know what else I did. Who knows if I'm even gonna use this in the video. I don't have nothing to say. I just realized I might not make it to the art store. After the museum. So I'm probably gonna have to make it a very short trip. We'll see. So the museum was awesome. Yeah, I love going to the museum. It's like one of my favorite pastimes, up there with actually making art. Yeah, it was great. Stumbled upon this show by a woman who I had never heard of. Apparently, she and her collection were one of the foundations of MoMA. I think she died in 1931. Her name was Lily P. Bliss. And like, she owned things like Starry Night and a bunch of other things, but I think that's the most famous work in her collection. But it was interesting. I did a little bit of research on her after the show, and I found out that her family manufactured torpedoes during the First World War, which is kind of ironic because her name is Bliss and she's making these weapons. But her collection was immaculate. And it's just really cool to sort of see these people who have shaped our understanding and our institutions that we have right now. It's awesome. So went and saw the Lily P. Bliss collection, and then, you know, obviously I had to hit some of MoMA's greatest hits like Cézanne, Gaugin, Picasso. Who else did I see? Oh yeah, dude, there was a surprise Matisse cutout show. Now, if you know me, I'm a huge fan of Matisse. I love the way that Matisse designs his paintings. I think they're absolutely gorgeous, and I love the cutouts. I think it might be some of his best work that he had ever done. And there was this really beautiful piece. It was a stained glass window. It was awesome. Also, while we were hanging out in the museum, we got a wheelchair because my shorty broke her foot. So we got to kind of, you know, move people out of our way. It was great. But then after the museum, we went and got some pho. Absolutely delicious, beautiful spot. Didn't have enough time to go to Blick to get a canvas or something to paint on. So I went the next day and I got this big guy. So, yeah, we're going to work on that. I'm going to get changed and I'm going to paint some flowers. Oh, wait, one second. So we're going to paint these guys and it should be really fun. Yeah, I'll see you in a second. Okay, so we are about to set the stew up. My favorite and least favorite part about painting. Like, damn, bro, why can't I just have somebody do this shit for me? But, you know, whatever. It builds character. Or so they say. Ow! Let's do yellow, dude. Let's have some fun. Let's do yellow. Let's have some fun. This shit wrinkly. But fuck it. That's nice. Also, just want to point out, I know last video I said I was going to go to an art show and I was going to meet people. Guess what? The art show that I thought I could go and meet people at is today. So we're going to be doing that in the next video because once I'm done painting, this bad boy is getting edited. I think we'll paint it like this. Luckily, I only need to replace a couple colors. All my colors. Could be way worse. Get some fresh white out here. Now this is that splat. So this is me starting to just prepare and lay in like the initial drawing for this oil sketch of these flowers. This part of the painting should really go pretty quickly, but sometimes I find that I wind up taking longer than I normally should, and I'm not quite sure what that's about. But as I do more of these, I'll get faster, and that's the one thing that kind of keeps me coming back to doing these is the fact that I know that if I do one every day or at least once a week, which is what I'm doing right now, I'll get better and we'll be able to see an improvement over these videos, which is really exciting. But I think something that I really enjoy about doing these is that I get to play with paint and I get to play with color, and I'd like to get more experimental the more I do these. Let me know down below if you want to see more of these, because I can try and maybe do 2 a week, if that's something you're interested in. Or let me know what other kind of art you want to see me make. Like, if you want to see me make a quick painting, or if you want to see me work on the big one that's kind of been painting me for some time now, or maybe make a drawing or play with clay. Let me know down below. But I think what I've realized, especially while editing this video, is that art is kind of like my religion. It's something that I turn to when I feel lost or disconnected from people around me. I always have this thing that I can fall back on, which is, I mean, the greatest gift anyone can possibly have. And I sort of treat all of the great artists who have come before me like apostles. You know, these guys all have something to teach me about making art, but in their teachings, I also learn more about myself and how to navigate being a person. What I learned this week is patience and letting go of my expectations, because when you have expectations and you're making a piece of art, you might only frustrate yourself. And when you're making art, you're kind of supposed to be in the moment. And when you're thinking about what's supposed to come next, or how it's supposed to look, or how you're going to sell it, you're missing the whole point, which is to be here right now with the thing that's in front of you, or the thing that's coming from your mind. But mostly it's just it's a form of meditation. And I think we kind of forget that we're meditating because we want to make this end product look as beautiful as possible. Because who doesn't want to have something that they can share and impress people with? I think that's, that's like a part of the fun, is that we're doing something that a lot of others haven't dedicated their time and energy to. And so it's always surprising for them to see something, whatever it is that we end up making. But when I got to this part of the painting, I started to really have a good time because I got to just play with thick paint and to just lay it on, which, when I'm making a painting, sometimes I feel like I'm baking a cake and I'm layering frosting on it. Yeah, what's your favorite kind of art to make? Let me know. I will say though, while I was working on this painting, I was getting a little bit discouraged because it looked nothing like the flowers, and I felt like I just kind of had big blobs of paint on my canvas. But that's okay. I'm learning to let go, and so I'm just gonna let go of the results of this one and move on to the next one. Because as long as I keep working on stuff, I'll continue to get better. So I'm not too worried about anything else. Jesus Christ, man. It's always something going on in New York. Cool. Wait, hold on. One more. So I don't feel the greatest about that painting, but that's not the point of what I just did. The point is that I actually sat down and did something in front of my easel just to stay in the practice and to kind of keep up my flow. I didn't have a bunch of time today. I'm kind of on a tight schedule, and I'm actually late to go paint a model in Brooklyn. So there's that. But I just wanted to sit down and do a quick oil sketch of the flowers so that I could remember them, and also just so I have something, and I did something for me today. And it's important to keep up the practice, which is what you should do as well if you make art. Try and find some time, 10-15 minutes, to just do something, whether it's a doodle or you're like doing something on your computer, or you're just playing around with clay. I think it's important, and once again, we're going to keep each other accountable. So I hope you sat down and you did something artistic while you watched this video. Thank you so much for watching me. Thanks for hanging out yesterday, today, and tomorrow. I'll see you again soon. Peace.